It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Seahawks, leader at quarterback. Your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Seahawks and the Chiefs, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, it's been perfection so far. They come in here unbeaten at 14-0.
And just
here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And Charles, you think about this offense, it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into
down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate
their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday once the family's all gone. But
it's caught inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Seahawks are off to out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He's thrown a couple of touchdown passes already in this first quarter and now looking for more. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Solid footwork, but not able to get a whole lot. Brought down shy of the 10. Nick Bolton there on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And some room to maneuver. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be out right at the 35. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. For a lot of people, the MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with career touchdown number 75. And the Seahawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the long touchdown pass on the last drive, his 3rd of this first half, as his guys take over with a first down.
Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he's got some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, 63 yards.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
109 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
That's going to be caught downfield by Humphries.
And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Adam Humphries, 55 yards.
And the Seahawks continue to... Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's been unstoppable in this first half. 4 touchdown passes on the ledger already. Closing in on the...
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett, 66 yards.
And the Seahawks have taken a 5-touchdown lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flushed from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He's been utterly remarkable.
Ready up!
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 13-yard line. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. But they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work there. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming worthy adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball. Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 58 yards.
And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there down.
And out now come the Seahawks. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's got a man, complete, touchdown. DK Metcalf, 51 yards. And the Seahawks just continue to roll. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They'll begin the drive with Carson. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 147 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They run again with Carson. And some room to roam now. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game. And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic, a lot of fun to watch. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Seahawks take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
On play action, they'll throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. And the Seahawks on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. On the move to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. 74 yards.
And the Seahawks continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
Back to throw now on first down.
They'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Running jet sweep here, Humphries. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They'll get 34 yards there.
Well, for a play that didn't look like much at the snap, that jet sweep turned into a big play in a hurry.
And how about how they ran the play? Because they obviously caught the defense out of position and not expecting that one, and that turned into a nice chunk of yardage. But how about the execution on the handoff? Most of the times we see on the jet sweep, they punch it forward so that if it falls to the ground, it's just an incomplete pass. Here, you've got to execute it well, otherwise it's a fumble.
Here's Carson. A nice little juke. They find some open field here. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
My goodness, 232 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
From 13 yards out.
And the Seahawks are pouring it on. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They'll look to throw now on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to get...
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. That one looks like he'll throw here. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. 30, 10, 5, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively.
They'll set up to throw. He's got him in. Complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Seahawks,
they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they run their mark to 15-0 on the